Hello, this is Elizabeth Carr from the Crocheting Car, and I'm going to show you how to do lace section number 3 from the Jeans and Lace Shawl pattern. If you haven't heard of the pattern, there's a link in the description below that will take you right to it. This was also done in collaboration with Melissa's Yarn Barn. If you haven't heard of her, there's a link to her shop also in the description. Okay, so let's get started on lace section number 3. So I have my swatch from the previous section. What we're going to do here is chain 2. We're going to do 2 double crochets in the first stitch right here. 1, 2. Okay. Now what we're going to do is chain 2, and we're going to do what's called a double crochet 2 together. If you've never done that before, I will show you how. For the purpose of this pattern, a double crochet 2 together takes over 3 stitches. Normally it just takes over 2, but for the purpose of this, it takes over 3. So we're going to yarn over, insert our hook into the next stitch, yarn over, pull through, and then yarn over and pull through 2 loops on the hook. So we have 2 loops here. Yarn over, skip over this stitch here, and into the next one, insert our hook, pull through the yarn, and then yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through all 3. So here we have this double crochet 2 together spanning over the width of 3 stitches. And this is what we're going to do to the corner, chain 2, and we're going to do a double crochet 2 together. Until we get 2 stitches before the corner. Okay, so here we are, 2 stitches before the corner. We're going to do a double crochet 2 together that starts at the next stitch and finishes in our chain 2 corner space. So here we go. The first half, yarn over, finish it in the chain 2 corner space. And then yarn over and pull through all 3. Okay, now we're going to chain 2. We're going to do a double crochet 2 together inside the chain 2 corner space here. For this stitch, we're going to place a marker. Oops. There we go. Okay, and then we're going to chain 2. And we're going to do a double crochet 2 together that starts in the chain 2 space, skips over the next, and then finishes in the next stitch after that. So here we go. Skip over 1, into the next, and then pull through all 3. And then we do our regular repeat until we get to the end. Okay, so here we are with one stitch left. I'm going to chain 2 and then 2 double crochets in the last stitch. Okay, so this is what your row should look like. Okay, and we'll move on to the next. So chain 2. Now what we're going to do is a V-stitch, which is a double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the same stitch. So double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, and we did all of that in the same stitch. And then we're going to do it again in the next stitch. Okay, so here we have 2 V-stitches, 1 V here and 1 V here. Now we're going to be doing V-stitches in each of the stitches created by our double crochet 2 together, skipping over all of the chains. So no chaining here. We're going to just skip over these 2 chains and into the stitch of the double crochet 2 together. We're going to do our V-stitch. Okay, and then do it again, and we keep repeating this. Oops. Okay, we want to make sure not to put any extra chains in here. The only chains for these particular ones, are the ones in the V-stitch. Okay. Okay, so the reason I said that is because here we are right before our stitch marker. For this one, we do 1 extra chain. We do 1 extra chain, and then we V-stitch where the marker is. And we don't need the marker again right now, so we're going to leave it out. Okay, and then chain 1 again, V-stitch in the next. Okay, and then we go back to V-stitch only, no extra chains. Okay, so we finished our last V-stitch in our last double crochet 2 together stitch, and here we have these 2 stitches on the end. We're going to do the same as the beginning, V-stitch in this stitch, and then V-stitch in the last one. Okay, so this is what your pattern should look like right now. Okay, so we're going to move on to the next row. So we're going to chain 2 and then do 2 double crochets in the first stitch. Now we're going to be doing double crochet 2 togethers again. So we're going to chain 2. Now for this one, we're going to start in the first stitch where we just did our 2 double crochets. And then we're going to skip over the chain of the V-stitch and finish it in the next double crochet. The majority of these double crochet 2 togethers will now be matching and doing the opposite of what the previous V-stitch did until we get to the corner. When we get to the corner, it's a little bit different, but until then, all you have to do is match up your V-stitches and do basically a V-stitch in reverse. So chain 2, go to the next double crochet, start your double crochet 2 together, go into the next, and there we go. So here's my my V-stitch right here of the previous row, and then my double crochet 2 together on top of that. So we're going to keep going. Okay, we're going to go until we get to the chain that's outside of the V-stitch. Okay, so here we are. There's the V-stitch in the corner. There's the extra chains on either side. So these are a little bit different. We're going to be doing 4 double crochet 2 togethers where they're all pretty much going to be sharing stitches. So we have, this is the last one we did. We're going to chain 2 and we're going to start where we last finished. Okay, and then we're going to skip over our chain here and then finish it in the next. Okay, and then chain 2, and we're going to start in the last one we just did. Skip over the chain and then finish it in the next. For this one, this is our corner. We're going to mark it right here. And then chain 2. We're going to start again here. Skip over this chain. Finish it in the next. And then our last one, our 4th one, chain 2, start here, and then finish it here. Okay, so we have our 4 sharing double crochet 2 togethers. Really, it's more like 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 here, the 2 on this side, the 1 in the middle, and then the 2 on this side. So now we just go as we were before and do our repeat, and we're just going to be matching up the V-stitches again. Okay, so here we are in our last V-stitch of the previous row. Going to chain 2, do our double crochet 2 together, and then we're going to chain 2 again, and this time do 2 double crochets in the last stitch, which is also where our previous double crochet 2 together finished. Okay, so this is what we have. This is what your pattern should look like at this point. Now from here on out, it pretty much just repeats. There's further instructions inside the pattern itself, but at this point it just repeats. So if you have any questions about anything, feel free to contact me. You can contact me through Facebook, Instagram, and also through email. And thank you so much for watching.